where the path went actually. Must be this way. Let's get into a little bit of rock climbing here. Good morning internet, it is 8:45 in the morning and welcome back to the channel. I am still in Lüderitz in Namibia and today it is a time to move on. I already packed Savannah, as you can see. I already have the map ready to show you where I'm going today. It is a little windy, so that's a bit of a challenge, but I'm here, right here at the coast in Lüderitz. Oh. And today I'm going to Keetmanshoop, which is all the way over here. So I have a fair bit of backtracking to do, back to Aus, and then I'll continue here to Keetmanshoop. Okay, let's go. So today I'm riding 374 kilometers, which is a fair distance, but it will all be paved. It will all be tar. So that's already the kind of the second day that I'm riding tar in Namibia, which is quite rare because in fact by far the large majority of the roads are all unpaved. But there isn't really an alternative route to get to Keetmanshoop. So it'll be fine. And after that there is gonna come a lot of unpaved, challenging stuff coming, so I'll get my fair share of... Oh, got another dog. I'll have my fair share of adventurous roads still coming up. I've reached Aus. Let's go and fill up here. Ooh, there was such a strong northern wind today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Fine, how are you?
I am good, thanks. And you?
So far so good. Hello.
Hi.
How do you do with the gasoline?
What?
The gasoline?
Yeah?
How do you do? You have to go to a station every day?
Yeah. Twice a day sometimes.
Twice a day?
This is only 7.7 liters.
And you don't have any other tank?
3 and 3.
Is this for gasoline?
Yeah.
Okay.
But even then I have to stop a lot. Where are you from?
From France.
France.
Have a nice trip?
Have fun. Walking on the middle of the road. I have arrived in Keetmanshoop. Quiver Inn guest house. Let's try and stay here. Hi, hello. Right here. Yesterday I said to the owners, wow, it feels like I'm in South Africa again with these high walls and gates and stuff. Is crime really bad here? I asked them, and they said, no, the crime is not bad here. You get some petty theft, but you get that in every big city, I guess. But they said, no, we only put up these high fences and walls so that our South African guests, when they come here, that they feel safe. So I thought, okay, that's interesting. In any case, I am going to the place. The reason actually why I came to Cape Mons Hope is to visit a pretty cool place. It is 100 kilometers from here. I'm gonna do it as a day ride. So I did bring all my stuff. I was really hoping that today there would be no wind, but getting closer. Alright, there we go. Bit of a rough track from here. Oei. Oh dear. Woo. Look at that. This is pretty rough. Pretty rough. Alright, I am walking from here because it's all turning very, very rough here. I may have jinxed it a little bit when I was saying that I hoped that today would not be too windy. Every now and then the wind is gone for a few seconds, so I'll quickly use this opportunity to talk because otherwise you definitely can't hear me. But I am now walking straight into the southern opening, which is kind of a gorge, into what most people think this is an extinct volcano. But in fact, it's not. It's kind of a geological illusion. But this is not an actual extinct volcano, it's something else. And I'll explain to you what it is. Woo-hoo! beautiful here, and it's such a unique place, but the wind is absolutely brutal. Like, I really hope it's gonna go down. It's quite tough with this wind. Check out this quartz vein. Look here, look. Cool, huh? I'm trying to find some relief from this insane wind. Trying to find a little bit of shelter. I seem to be quite okay just behind these rocks here. I just want to make it over there, because that's actually the place where this gorge started. So there used to be more water inside here, but eventually that got all drained out of here through this gorge. I've been walking for an hour now, and I'm getting super thirsty and hungry. I just want to see. There's no path here anymore. See where I can get some shelter from these rocks here. Whew. This is a little bit harder than I anticipated, to be fair. For some water. Also have something to eat. The place where I'm staying, the B&B, is run by an elderly couple. They're so sweet. So I asked them if they could prepare me a packed lunch, which they did. With loads of goodies, some fruits, some juice. What else did they got me? I think some sandwiches. So yeah, it's so nice. So let me try to explain you why I am even here and why this is such an interesting place. Because most people think that this is an extinct volcano, but that's in fact not the case. Namibia doesn't have any active volcanoes and it doesn't have any inactive volcanoes. What this is something different. So 80 million years ago, that was around the same time when the Gondwana supercontinent was breaking up and South America was drifting away from Africa. I've been talking about this quite a bit because it also is the reason why we find the Fish River Canyon and why we find the Blythe River Canyon and also this place. So it was a time where there was a lot of tectonic activity. So what happened was that liquid magma intruded into the Earth crust, but it didn't make it until the surface. If it would have been a volcano. But it didn't. Instead, it pushed up the rock layers that were above it until a sort of dome. So that enormous pressure from below pushed it all outwards. And that pressure caused stretching of that surface. And there were fissures created in those rock layers. And that magma started to move up through those fissures until it encountered a rock layer which had groundwater. So suddenly this groundwater was superheated, and the pressure of this instant steam caused a huge explosion. So the top of the dome came off during this explosion. So what you see behind me, most people think that is the crater, but in fact it's not a crater because it's not a volcano. So this is called a caldera, which is basically the empty space where a magma chamber used to be. This right here, this is what most people think is the crater, but is in fact the caldera. let's go. So the top of the Broekeros actually sticks out 650 meters above the plains here. So it's quite high, and even though I didn't go all the way to the top because the wind was just too dangerous actually, I still climbed quite a bit. It was quite a hectic hike. And the entire morning that I've been here, there has been nobody else, absolutely nobody. What a place, right? What a place. Now I'm going to ride back to Cape Manshope, and there is one more cool place that I want to check out, which is about 20 k's from town. So I'll go there. Giants Playground, 3 k's straight ahead. Almost there. So many quiver trees, and the rocks are just amazing. Look at this place. Super, super cool. How is this for a unique landscape? Wow, it is so cool. I've never seen anything like this before. And just seeing all the quiver trees in between the rocks as well makes it like a real Namibian landscape, I guess. So there are 2 stories that explain why we find these rock formations here. And the first one is that the children of the giant Mbombo, who is the creator god of the Kuba people in Central Africa, that his children were giant children, were playing around here and just stacking up the boulders here. Look at this quiver tree again, so beautiful. Anyway, the second school of thought, which is a geological explanation, which resonates maybe a little bit more with me, is that in early Jurassic times, so that is 180 million years ago, there was magma coming up, and this magma cooled relatively quickly, and that cooling caused it to shrink, and there were horizontal and vertical rifts created because of that shrinking. Now, much later in time, the overlaying Karoo rocks were all weathered away, and the dolerite rocks became exposed to the elements. So it was wind and water erosion that further kind of enhanced those rifts, which were already there originally. And this type of weathering actually has a special name. It's called spheroidal weathering, and that caused these rocks to look the way they do. Fantastic, right? What a place. And it's a huge area, because I already saw it's like the dolerites from the road way before. I think this is the spot where most of them are, and the most impressive ones. But obviously the first story, that's where this place gets its name from, Giants Playground. And I can see the story, because it does look like somebody just stacked up these rocks, but obviously that was not the case. let's go back to Keetmanshoop. It's only 20 k's away, so it's not far. And then, yeah, that was it for my kind of geological day trip, I guess. I'm exhausted. I'm really shattered. That hike was a little bit tougher than I thought. So that was it for today. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and then I'll see you in the next video. Ah!